up, guys? What it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield, y'all. Welcome to you. If you are new, hey, welcome to you too. It's been a slow kind of day. It's like Crisco slow. That old school Crisco, the white shit, the thick shit you gotta get out the can and into the pan shit. They often don't make it come in and turn the heat up. Please come in. Give us the message. Turn the heat up. Spirit said no. It's gonna be a slow burn kind of day. It's giving simmer type of energy. Things we need to think about. So Spirit definitely want us to move, like I'm hearing intentionally. Move with intention. We were picking up thoughts like as a man thinketh. The thinking woman and the thinking man came out earlier today in the rising message in the energy. And we saw a couple of different messages that went right along with the thoughts or the principle of thinking like as a man thinks type of energy. So we were getting abundant mindset. So sometimes, we can, as we are manifesting our highest good, we set a goal and intention. We want to do something, we want to accomplish it. And then we can go back with a secondary thought that defeats the first thought. It's like a defeatist mindset or a scarcity mindset versus an abundant mindset. An abundant mindset requires a certain level of delusion, positive delusion, that is. Like, we might have to, cut this short, but it's given like an abundant mindset, and you have to be a little bit delusional to believe that you can achieve the goals that you have set, especially when the goals are like very aggressive, right? You want to be a millionaire so freaking bad, right? You want to have a certain level of wealth, a certain level of security, a certain level of accomplishment, leaving legacy for, you know, generations to come. Whatever the case may be that you are attempting to accomplish, the success around that goal is closely tied to your mindset. Hey sis, thank you so much for tapping in. Hey lovey, beloved, wheat, sister energy. I would love to do a collab with you. I was thinking about that. So I don't know if you are interested, if you have a Facebook page or anything like that, maybe we can connect on FB and, chat and maybe see if we can do a collab because I think your gift is fabulous. And I would love to work with you. Hi, hello Amar. Thank you so much, live from India. We definitely are talking about an abundant mindset. And as a man think. Hey Moshe, ride the line, beloved. Top 5 brown people. We just literally talked about that. We don't get into skin color. That's so superficial indeed. Like, come on, we on some different ish. This is a general collective reading. Thank you so much for tapping in from Ukraine. Goodness. We are in the US, we are in the United States. Yeah. I do not. I do not know that person. I don't. But feel free to chat in the comments, you know what I mean, amongst yourself as we get this message out. Feel free to be respectful and kind in the comments, right? This is not a reading for, like, we're not doing personals. It's a general collective. So, as long as you are good with that, the rules of engagement, feel free to hang out. See how you like the message. Abundant mindset. You are what you think. So you think, so you shall be. If you feel like you are able to create this abundant lifestyle, wealth and comfort and security, then you can do it. You just have to apply the mindset and the principles, be diligent and committed, and you can create it. Oh, he's a freedom fighter. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Thank you so much for bringing that information. I did not know. We were just recently talking about like in the Netherlands, you know, their World War II veterans who helped in the war and how they've been taking down information. So a lot of people just don't know that history. So thank you so much for sharing that. Um, yeah, we are groundbreakers, right? You are. I have no idea what you think. But we are groundbreakers. We are moving ourselves forward. We're accomplishing our goals, right? Or you can, if you believe you can. If you live with a scarcity mindset and you feel like you don't have the resources to accomplish it, then you won't. Like, I'm just thinking about Amar and saying that this doctor was a freedom fighter. Like, a lot of times, freedom fighters are people who fought like during World War II and all these crazy adverse times in history and even now in modern times. Like you have to have a certain mindset. It's a strong mental mindset that helps you accomplish anything, especially when you are going against the grain. You are standing up something new, you are innovative, you are moving the needle forward, you are pushing things forward. Nobody is always, people are not going to always agree with you. They're not going to see your vision. They're not going to understand the goal, right? It'll be a Nikolai Tesla. You know, way back then, Nikolai was doing something very innovative, like harnessing energy and being able to power the world and doing it for free, right? Charity. But oh no, there was the powers that be that said, absolutely not. You will not give this away for free. We need to profit from it. We need to capitalize it. So now here we are, like, how many hundreds of years later, at least a century and some change, where, you know, the thing that he wanted to do for the greater good is just now, you know, very normal to us. Electric cars are normal, right? Um, the fact that, you know, we could have done this way back when and saved the planet so much, you know, in terms of oil production and mining and drilling. You know, all of that is, you know, pollution to the planet, the ozone layer, emissions, you know, and how much easier would it be? So many people are against electric vehicles just because it's not normal. But it could have been if they did not shut it down, beloved. We getting all these weird ass calls. So, I don't know, somebody could get a call. Yeah, you know what? And I love that, Amar, because we definitely are a person that is well rounded. We were just talking about, you know, some things yesterday. You know what I mean? Like when we think about theology, you know what I mean? We think about it from a variety of perspectives, right? You know, it's not just this thing or that thing, you know. So if I were to just pull out some of the text that we are reading that's like right by us that I can grab. I don't want to pull the shelf down, but as you can see, it's all about studying and open your mind up. You know, I don't know. You have to take that political question to somebody who knows, right? But to me, mindset is all about, you know, your mind being flexible, and you can only call into your life as much as you can expand your mind to think about it. If you are not open to certain thoughts and concepts, then you won't be able to conceptualize it. You won't be able to innovate it. You know what I mean? You won't be able to accept other people's innovation. Like, see, like, how it could benefit and how it can make things better. You know what I mean? So, mindset is important. So, Spirit is bringing this out. So, thank you so much to everybody. Thank you so much for being so active in the comments. Yeah. Um, James Allen is the author of this book, right? Very old book since 1902. You know what I mean? I think this is like just a rewrite of it, of the original version. Um, so it says law, not confusion, is the dominating principle in the universe. So the dominating principles are the laws. So if we are not, you know, getting into the laws and operating on principle, thinking about them, then it's going to be very difficult for you to manifest your highest timeline, your highest potentiality. So get into the law, get into the principle. We were just kind of talking about theology and like how it's so much for us to know, but the laws and principles are pretty much the same. If you study world theology, you'll see it's a running theme in principles, and so we can get into the principle, we can get into the law, because that's truly what it is that we wrestle with. So, law, not confusion, is the dominating principle in the universe. Justice, not injustice, is the soul and substance of life. That injustice and versus justice is really coming through. Righteous, not corruption, is the molding and moving force in the spiritual government of the world. This being so, man has but to right himself to find the universe is right. And during the process of putting himself right, he will find that as he alters his thoughts towards things and other people will alter towards him. The proof of this truth is in every person, and therefore admits of easy investigation by systematic introspection and self-analysis. All that to say is that we gotta go inside and look at self. Look at you. When you get you right on the inside, your internal environment is right, then the things around you start to right itself. Your world will start to reflect, your outer world reflects your inner world. So when you get in alignment and you start operating on principles and the laws of the universe, you'll see that the universe is operating the way that it should. It is a system that has checks and balances, and as you check and balance yourself, everything around you checks out and balances itself out. Let a man radically alter his thoughts, and he will be astonished at the rapid transformation it will effect in the material conditions of its life. Men imagine that thought can be kept secret, but it cannot. Your thoughts are not secret. The universe knows your thoughts. It's energetic, right? So it says, it rapidly crystallizes into habit, and habit solidifies into circumstance. And that's powerful because anybody who is on a rising message, we talked about habit and being a tool of habit, reviewing your habits. We have a habit of when we sit down to read, for some reason, we take the phone and we wipe it off, and then we sign in and we put the general comment and we set the phone right there. Now, why the hell did we wipe it off when we're not going to use the camera? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a habit that we got called to notice. Why do you do that? Is it supporting your goal? And if it's not in alignment and support of where you're trying to go to, then why are you doing it? So, something to think about. So your thoughts do crystallize into habit, and your habit will solidify into circumstance. Yes. It says bestial thoughts crystallize into habits of drunkenness, sensuality, which solidify into circumstances of destitution and disease. Impure thoughts of every kind crystallize into innervating and confusing habits, which solidify into distracting and adverse situations. Thoughts of fear, doubt, and indecision crystallize into weak, unmanly, irresolute, which is weird, irresolute habits, which solidify into circumstances of failure, indignance, slavish dependence. Lazy thoughts crystallize into habits of uncleanliness and dishonesty, which solidify into circumstances of foulness and beggary. It keeps going on. It's like, and then on the other hand, beautiful thoughts of all kinds crystallize into habits of grace and kindness, which solidify into genial and sunny circumstances. Pure thoughts crystallize into habits of temperance, self control, which solidify into circumstances of repose and peace. So it's definitely giving us a mindful message. I don't know why the communication is off. It's like a resistance in this. Maybe it's because it's so powerful as we think about how our thoughts crystallize, right? It really does. Your thoughts become material, crystallized material. And know that crystallized material it affects your behaviors, and those behaviors turn into your circumstance. So it's very important that we get this out right, to really understand the principle of thought, that it does not just happen in a vacuum. Thoughts are not just these, insignificant whims that we don't need to do anything with, right? When you attach hold to a thought, when you grab it and you keep it and you hold on to it, it crystallizes, beloved. It takes form, it takes shape. It represents in your habits, in your behaviors, which directly affects your circumstance. So if you have a tendency to have a negative mindset, a scarcity mindset, in any way, then that scarcity, that negativity will crystallize within the form. You will act it out and then you will live it out. But if you change your mindset and set it to the highest and be delusional and believe on that, then that too will crystallize and take form within you. And before you know it, your habits, your actions align, and you will bring that circumstance into you. You will manifest it. You will create it. It works both ways. But what are you thinking? What is your mindset on, and how has it crystallized into habits that are affecting your outcomes? Just in case, anybody's new, Tears of Wheat Tarot Show, my name is Lati. I am a channel messenger, a oracle, a seer, a spiritual reader. We have really been getting like messages on self-reflection and internal repair, starting with the mind. The spirit has been telling us to think about yourself as an organization, as a business. People don't want to hear that, but it's true. Think about the words. You are a highly complex organism. Systems over systems over systems, layer upon layer upon layer. Right? How are your systems integrated, fully integrated, just like the highest form of technology that you are? Central nervous system, endocrine system, lymphatic system, renal system. All of these are systems. So when you start to think about what are the rules and principles that govern those systems, you can start to decipher it and look at yourself objectively and do some introspection and take inventory. People don't want to do internal work, but they want to see their life change externally. How do you get the external results? By doing the internal work. Are your systems operating on the right laws and principles? Is there malware in there? Is there any spyware going on? What is infiltrating your mindset and having you act out of character or off principle outside of the law, beloved? When you are able to operate on universal law despite what anybody else thinks, and is given outrageously open to allowing light to come in. You take that material knowing that you can alchemize it into whatever you want. You know what to block out, you know what to take, you know what to keep in your mind, guards in everything. I don't know why it feels like it's a hard time coming out, but it's definitely like mindset energy. What are you thinking, and what is influencing your thought process? For some people, the way that you think about things, you may not realize it could come from upbringing, inner child, issues that need to be healed. It could be from what was modeled to you. Most people, the way that they think was set by the time that they were 7. Isn't that incredible? Think about your age and where you're at in your maturity level. If your mindset in being open and flexible or closed off and shut in was set by the time you're 7, then the spirit is like, we need to go back and look at that. Because, it could have been whatever was going on in the home, mind games, the ability to make mistakes, whether you felt safe, whether you felt secure, whether you were affirmed, whether you were given confidence, whether you were shut down, and whether your voice was silent. Did somebody talk to you very critically? Did you learn that you are unable to think freely? If you were not allowed to think freely, to make mistakes, to try something new without it being World War III in the household, if you heard or witnessed people being shut down, being told to shut up, diminishing your voice, stifling your creativity, all of those things affect your mindset and how you're able to innovate and what you can create going forward. It sets the limitations around your mind. And mind training is a very big thing. To train your mind to open up, to consider new concepts, to believe that you could be everything that the spirit is showing you in your visual eye, that you can do it. Like, and it's not going to be the end of the world if on your first attempt you don't nail it. Because sometimes people feel like if I don't get it right on this first attempt, then I failed and that's it. But that is never the case. Looking at yourself like a business, you can take a scientific approach to developing, your life and moving towards your goals. If you did not be successful in this attempt, what did you learn from that attempt? Oh, I learned, when I go outside in the rain, an umbrella would be nice. So next time I might take an umbrella. You know what I mean? Like, it's learning from every lesson. And every time you accept the lesson and the learning, you expand your mindset. You allow it to be more flexible, more adaptable. Again, it spawns more creativity and you are able to follow it. But if you don't hit the mark the first time and you shut yourself down and be like, see, I told you that you weren't going to be able to do it. See, oh my God. I'm going to use self as an example. Lati, you didn't make 100,000 subscribers in the first 3 years. You suck. Shut it down. No, you know what I mean? Like, I would look back at the footage. I would look back at presentation. I would look at the videos that I had a high level of engagement. What is the topics that the wheat field want to hear about? Was it, the things that, are there things that I'm afraid to talk about and get into? When I touch on those topics, how do people respond to it? You know what I mean? Like, what can you do to look at yourself in order to encourage you to keep going? That the first time you tried it, the second time you tried it, isn't the end all be all. Most highly successful people have had failure, or what they consider failure over failure over failure over failure, right? Before they get to success. That is the recipe for success. You know what I mean? It's all about how you think about it. I'm thinking about the lady that freaking wrote Harry Potter. I can't remember her name. I want to say Mary Frank or something like that. I could be wrong. I could be really wrong. So, whatever her name is. But she said that she submitted that manuscript 39 times, 40 times, right? On the 40th try is when she got a yes. But she had 39 no's before she got to the yes. What are you going to do with each one of those things? The Wayans brothers. In the States, most people know who the Wayans brothers are. An incredibly talented family. All of them grew up in a freaking 2 or 3 bedroom apartment, 10 kids with a mom and dad. Mom stayed home, dad worked. But Kenan, being the breakout energy, one of the oldest, bringing up his brothers and sisters, is like when they were writing and having Kenan look at it, Kenan would be like, no, it's trash. Go do it again. What do you mean? I spent 6 months writing this. I don't care. Go write it again. I think one of the movies that they did, I think they rewrote the manuscript like 26 times. Sometimes it takes you to be so diligent, so dedicated, and committed to success that nobody can tell you anything different. Anybody that makes it, you have to be so balls to the wall, set on that mindset of winning, of hitting the goal, of hitting the mark, that no matter how many times you bump up against this resistance, this obstacle, this obstacle, this obstacle, you're going to keep pushing and pushing until you break through. A lot of people do not have that. It's a rare, small percentage of people who actually have that level of discipline. That's why the megastars are so few. In terms of populace, it's 7, 8 billion of us on the planet, and it's only like that small percentage that's really at that top tier cream of the crop level. It's not because of talent. It has nothing to do with talent, and it doesn't have anything to do with skill. It's everything with your mindset, your belief, and your dedication and commitment to doing it, to operating on the principles, doing it until you get it right, and doing it until you get it right until it becomes muscle memory. So you can do that shit in your sleep week. I mean, that's just what it is. So celebration is coming through Three of Cups and the Five of Cups. We do see celebration, friendship, community, and creativity, but we also see loss, grief, disappointment, and regret. We see magician, who's manifesting this person that's standing in regret, right? Is giving a separation from this group. Why is this person separated? They had to leave this group behind in order to pursue their greatness. Sometimes it's like you have to come away from people who have a negative mindset, negative thinking, in order to pursue your dreams. Is it going to feel good? No, but it's a part of the process. See, so that you can move forward, you can accelerate. You are manifesting a crazy, beautiful life, and for somebody needing to hear that it's not too late. So many people that like blew up in their late 30s, 40s, even 50s, like everything could be completely different because those people never ceased to believe. They always believed. And people would be telling them, like, oh, I don't know if they're telling them they're over, they're supposed to be happy in this card, but it's like they may not be drinking the same Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? They could be drinking the Kool-Aid of conformity that says like, oh, your life is over past 30. Like if you haven't hit it, you haven't done it, it won't get done. It's too much, it's too late, it's over with, whatever. And it's given like in order for you to move forward and manifest and to accelerate, you may need to separate yourself from this group. Yeah, see, it's definitely like you need to come away. Nine of Cups. If you want your wish fulfillment, if you want that satisfaction, if you want that material gain, if you want that material comfort, if you want a life that you just are so grateful and happy for, one, start being happy and grateful for the life that you have right now. Focus on your belief, your spiritual health, your mindset, and staying fixed on that. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, right? You continue to believe. Yeah, you may have to walk away. Eight of Cups. Walking away from the naysayers, from the dream killers, from those who would just want to conform to current standards and not think about, going further. It's like people who are just comfortable with the status quo and they delight in some sort of, I don't know if it's mindset, belief system, spiritual connection, whatever it is that they got, they all have the same type of emotion. And they are good with it. Like they celebrate it. And for some reason, I'm hearing celebrating mediocrity. You know what I mean? And it's okay. Everybody is on a level, everybody in a element. Again, it's only a certain amount of certain superstars that break out like that because their belief system is fixed to the highest. They will not be moved. They're willing to sacrifice and come away from the things that don't serve them in order to pursue whatever it is that's either your soul's purpose, your dharma, or the goal, the vision that the spirit has given you. You will follow it. You will go on the journey, even if it hurts, the Five of Cup regret, so that you can manifest this future. And it's given accelerate. And for somebody, it could be travel, You could be doing all kinds of things, I'm not for sure, but it's definitely leading you towards longevity. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Dennis, I have no idea what you're talking about. Tammy, I apologize, beloved. I don't know what you're referring. How about concerning health? I'm not for sure what that means. But yeah, the general pin comment is there so that you can see what we're talking about. Page of Cups. New beginnings, creative inspiration, intuition, and artistic expression. Somebody has something to put out into the world, something that you need to create, and it's coming from the spirit. And it's giving you need to have a warrior spirit in order to pursue it. Yeah, yeah, Knight of Wands, like pursue it, and it's giving fierce. Like be on fire, like taking action, being very passionate. I do see impulsiveness, but it's like being able to balance that impulse. You know what I mean? Like when the spirit tells you the right action to take towards your opportunities, is like letting you know the plan, then move on it. Right? See, hold and then move. Knowing when to hold them and when to move forward. And sometimes you gotta know when to fold them, like coming away from this Three of Cups, whoever these people are, so that you can keep your mind right. For somebody, it's even keeping your sanity. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you could be surrounded by people who have such negative thought processes that it takes you out of your mental focus, your mental zone. They would cause you to not believe in yourself is what it's given. See, you need to be able to stay balanced with the temperance angel. You need to stay harmonious. You don't have to do a fuck shit thing. You can do what you want to do. But this is the vibes that the spirit is giving us for me to tell you. Yeah, strength and hangman. See, definitely two major arcanas. You can't wait for other people to see what you see, so don't hold yourself up. It's like stand in your strength, your courage, and exercise on your bravery. Like, move forward. Like, be brave, be bold, be ambitious, be delusional about your success. Don't let nobody tell you what the fuck you can do and what you cannot do. The easiest way to make us Latis successful is for somebody to tell us what we can't do. It just gives us more drive and passion to go do it because you said that we couldn't. We're gonna show you what we can do. We're gonna show you that you don't define us. That's what it is. Like this Three of Cups, these people don't define who you are. So you can easily, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be easy because the Five of Cups is some grief and regret. Like regret could be like, I don't know why the fuck I stayed connected to these people so damn long. Like shit. Like what are we doing? Okay? Like these people like being in their shit. They like toasting it up to this mediocre lifestyle, and they don't want nothing else. Or it could be less than mediocre. It could be people who really don't give a shit and they just delight in it. They could delight in the mess. And if they do, that's great for them. Like more mess for them to have fun with. But I'm going to separate myself. I'm going to go on this journey towards my dharma, my wish fulfillment. Five of Cups, I may feel a kind of way about it, but I understand it's the right thing to do to balance out my energy so that I can move forward and manifest the life of my dreams. Whether it's accelerating my manifestations because I release the drag on my velocity, whether you are traveling, whether you are communicating, whatever it is, this group is a drag on your velocity. Their mindset, their communication, their actions, their behaviors are all in opposition to what it is you're supposed to be doing so that you can grow forward. And the trick is for you to get it, you to keep your mind right and make the decision that this may not be your clique. The minds don't click. See, Chariot, move forward, moving away from it. Like, no. So we are very comfortable at the rate and for speed for which we're growing. Of course, everybody want to be breakout and be viral, but I don't even think I could, like, I'm ready for that level of attention. I don't. See, like everybody want to just be like an overnight superstar. I can make you a celebrity overnight. I'm hearing Twister. Uh, that's not good. It's not good. Mm-mm. See, your mindset has to grow along with your level of success. To throw people into like that viral overnight, first of all, it's never overnight, generally, truly, because folks been working for years. When you see somebody break out with an overnight appearance of success, they've been working in the background on that shit for longer than what they care to even tell you. Up at night, long nights, sleepless nights, putting the work in. Folks is snoring and shit, they up working. It is never the product of just truly breakout overnight success. No, that shit is not what it is. So we have to be strengthened at the end of the day to manage this level of toxicity. With your level of success and what you're growing to, you never know what you're going to encounter. What could be there waiting for you? Judgment, right? So the spirit does know how to move us forward. When you balance yourself out, you get your mind right and you come to balance, you will see that the spirit is working in a very just, righteous, and balanced way. It may not be giving you everything today. It might be taking you through cycles and iterations of what seems to be failures so that you can learn and you can grow forward. You can be strengthened with the strength card. And so by the time you get to this success, you know how to handle that adversity that's going to be in it. I can't make it up. Justice. Right? You know how to do it. And the spirit is helping you get to that level of strength. Right? We do see work. We see collaborating and working with other people and being able to make decisions about that. We see you being able to make decisions quickly with the Knight of Sword. Like, you can see it, what's coming, Three of Wands. You can understand. You can, get your mind in position to do whatever it needs to do based on whatever is coming towards you, whatever is in front of you. But if you don't go through the process, and a lot of people want to skip the process, we in microwave society, everybody wants shit instantly. If you feel like you want instant results, you're not going to keep it. That's why so many lottery winners are broke, beloved. Yeah, message. Pass. Right? If you don't set up your house and your house don't have a firm foundation, like the foundation of this shit is not set, everything that you put and you build is gonna crumble, beloved. Sometimes we are held up and we have to really look back to those Six of Cups so that we can get our mind right, we can reestablish. Because it could be something in your foundation that's not strong enough to handle the level of success that you are gunning for, the level of success that the spirit has shown you, so that you can actually achieve it and hold on to it. You can grow it, you can move it forward. Yeah, see, the spirit might be teaching you or showing you something again about that Four of Wands, your foundation. What is it in this foundation that you need to see? Disharmony. We do see celebration, but it's something going on with this. Unstable home life, a lack of community, and the whole community is very happy in the fact that there is a lack of community. Instability. What do you mean? How is the community very happy with the lack of community? They don't give a shit that nobody works together. They don't care that it's not cooperative economics. They don't care that what they're doing as an individual impacting the group has adverse effects on others. That nothing is coming together for the sake of growing, to solidify, to really create a stable, firm foundation where everything can stand on. You can build upon. People don't be into that collective group mindset. It's all me, 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 me. And not understanding how that spirit in the group affects everybody. How does it spill out? What's the spillage? See, King of Swords. As a man thinks. It's the mindset. When you understand that you cannot come to a meeting of the minds with people, you must extract yourself and move away from it. Don't sit in a hangman self-sacrificing, wasting time, trying to wait for people to see things the way that you see it. Even in this, I'm looking at a page compared to the king. Their mindset may be very young, right? And not like young and child, but it's immature, right? It's gated and closed off in a way where it hasn't expanded. They're not open to new information. They're not innovative. It's not, no, there's no ingenuity, right? It is, we accept reality for what we see it as, and that's it. And we are individuals, and I can do my own thing, and what I'm doing has no effect on the community or anybody else. And the spirit is saying that that's backwards. A house divided against itself cannot stand. It can't. So even as you think about yourself as the home, as the, the kingdom, confirmation, as you think about yourself like that, maybe it's time to, the alarm is sounding for somebody, right? Think about where you may have chinks in your foundation. Where do you need to go back to and repair? We literally were thinking about that. Sometimes you see around houses, and we live in the Midwest, so anybody that's like in a rainy places where rain and stuff like that is prominent, you'll get what I'm saying. If you don't tend to the foundation, you're gonna get leaks of water in the house. Your foundation will erode, and the longer you allow it to erode and you don't put the care, the maintenance into that area, the more destruction it has. That house will eventually fall in, right? That shit'll fucking crack all the way from the bottom all the way up. You will see a jagged crack all the way to some people's houses split in half. You know what I mean? Because they did not tend to the foundation. And the foundation is your thoughts, is your mindset. That is what's crystallizing inside of you, changing into habits and behaviors, which morph into your life circumstance. Plans. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Planning, decision making, partnerships in progress. What are you thinking? We kind of giving rough draft right now. We're doing a backfill on our nails, right? We have this one, we have broke the overlay, this one too. So we just repaired them, right? But that's another thing. Anybody that gets their nails done, if you don't keep up your backfill, if you don't keep up the maintenance, then systems are going to fail. Shit is going to break down. It's not necessarily the fun part that we want to do, but if you make it a habit, you can get enjoyment out of it, and it'll be good for you. See 4 of Pentacles here holding on, staying in control, and we see 7 of Pentacles. You need to do the work. You got to do the work. If you want to maintain control, like, of your systems, and I'm not saying that you can control every circumstance, you can't, but the goal is self-mastery, right? To master your own energy, to be in control of you. Fuck what anybody else is doing. I'm just saying. This crew over here, they can sit there and do that shit all they want to. More for them to have at it. But we in control of our own energy. And we are ready to put the work in. Like, it is heavy to do. And you don't always want to fucking do that shit. You don't. But what happens when you don't tend to it? What happens when you don't tend to your garden? What happens when you don't tend to your foundation? See, King of Pentacles, you're growing. That is money. Look, wealth, leadership, stability, generosity, and security. I don't know why they did it like that, but they did. If you think it, so shall it be it. But if you fucked up over here with these people that think fucked up kinds of ways, their mindset is immature, they are split against each other, and that house cannot stand, Spirit is calling you to come away from that. Get your mind right. Because your habits, your thoughts that create your habits and your behaviors dictate your life circumstance. Just because that's what it turned out for them, don't mean that's what it got to be for you. And they damn sure not going to get the same vision that the Spirit gave you. But what's going to be the difference between them and you? This mentality, beloved. What up, LC? What up? It's time to roll. What up, sis? Thank you so much for tapping in. Acknowledging everybody that's here, that's in the chat for being active. Thank you so much. Those who are watching and you don't want to be active, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching, for tuning in, for even the time that you are here, beloved. I appreciate it. Stay focused. I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. But this is currency, this is energy. The money is the last phase, right? It is. Like your mind, your thoughts come first. It crystallizes within you and it generates your habits, your actions. If your mind is tuned to the highest on your money and your habits is money mindset, is abundant mindset, is I don't quit, I don't give up, I don't care, I'm already this king of pentacles. I am because I think it, I know it, I walk it, I be it. You're gonna be it. It's gonna manifest. Like it has no choice. It just doesn't. Everything in the ether, in the world of 3D is going to a cosmos, will rearrange itself so that thing will be. You stay fixed on it, it's gonna happen, beloved. It's gonna, that's truth. Facts. Ace of sword facts. Facts. It's all about your mindset. It's all about the man. We are a collective consciousness. Come on with this thing. This is a collective consciousness. These eyeballs right here, this right here, these two, they read life. We put together this shit in our mind. You tell yourself what it is. So sometimes you could be a little bit delusional, quite a bit. To get to this level of success, you got to be delusional on you. And don't let nobody else tell you about you. One thing that fucking irks my ass is somebody that want to tell you about yourself. You want to tell me who Lati is. You can't fucking tell me who I am. Give a fuck about what you think I am. What? I'm in myself all the time, introspection and reflecting. And it's still things about me that we have not realized yet. So how the hell you gonna tell me that you know what I'm gonna do? You know my destiny and the outcome. Family, 10 of Cups, right? They want to tell you who the fuck you are. Why? Because you've been knowing me since I was born? I don't care. You know what you think you know about me. You don't know what's in my mind. You don't know what's in my heart. Like that. You don't know my goals. You don't know what I feel like my purpose is and what I'm aligned to. My true authenticity. It's so many things about you that you still have yet to discover, so don't get caught up in the trap and the expectations of family. They think you're supposed to be this, so therefore you can only be that. Fuck that. They have you sitting around somewhere feeling unfulfilled and discontent and unhappy with life and sad and shit, 4 of Cups. If they want to sit over here and be in this energy, let them do it. Dissatisfied, apathetic, disharmony. A house against itself cannot stand. And people got some fucked up foundations. They do. Folks that don't like to do no maintenance. They think they supposed to get this big ass. What the fuck is it gonna gain you to go get a fucking 9-bedroom, 10-bathroom, fucking matching complex of a home when you don't even do no maintenance? Like, what? You gonna have to hire somebody to keep shit up. Yeah, people betraying themselves. Betrayal of self. And it's all through the mindset. People sitting at rock bottom, suffering and pain, experiencing loss and endings because their mind is set on loss and endings. People get to the point of like, this is what it's been, so this is what it's always gonna be, and it don't have to be like that. It just don't. This one, is that right? Yes. This one, yes. All right. It don't gotta be that. World card. Let's do something different in this day. You know what I mean? You can complete your shit. You can come to fulfillment, understanding that you are whole. There ain't nothing missing. Everything that you need for your purpose to do what you need to do today, in this moment, in the present, you have it. You have it. You might not think you do, but you might have to think a little bit differently about what's available to you. Shit, if you got dreams, the start of it, the only thing you need is a pad and a pen, a pencil and a pad or a pen. Make it blue, put it in the flow. You know what I'm saying? Don't do black and white because the shit ain't written in black and white. Be flexible. You know what I'm saying? It's mental. Get it out. Brainstorming. You ain't got to fucking do all the 50 steps from the beginning to the end. Start broad. Start big. This is the goal. Terrence and Wheat Terrell Show. It's a podcast. It's conversational. How many subscribers do we have? We don't know. We got all the wheat. All the wheat. 144 million. We threw some big shit out there. Bigger. We had never seen anybody with a subscriber count of 144 million. We hadn't even seen millions of subscribers at the time we set the goal. We hadn't. But now we see people in the millions. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million fucking subscribers. Oh yeah. Do we get envious because they're there? No. Why? Because the way is being made for us to get there. Somebody got to get there. Shit. And all that does is encourage us that we can do it. Hell, look, it's there. Knight of Cups. Shit. I romance myself and charm myself. Hell. I love by me. I believe it. Yes. We can do it. Yes. The spirit will bring it to you, though. It will. It'll bring it. You just got to be radical in your thinking. I'm not talking about love, bomb, narcissistic type of shit. But I'm saying you got to love on yourself so good where you believe it. You love and have so much confidence in spiritual connection and spiritual depth that you know that whatever you are really, striving for, that the spirit is giving you, they're going to bring it to you. They're going to deliver it. You stay working, you stay moving, and you step forward, and they will bring this thing into you. What we got? See, keep pushing. Keep pushing. You're not always going to see every step, but you do have the strength, the fire, the drive, the passion to push through it. It's not going to be easy, but attaining this wasn't designed to be easy. It wasn't. That's why we always pray for intention, and we didn't do it this reading. No, we didn't. But we always pray for the intention to give us the strength that we need to bear the yoke that's on our shoulders, to have us overflow. What we pressing up against to move frequency, vibration, energy, and lift it to the highest to change what we experience here on Gaia, that's heavy work. That shit ain't no damn light work. We light workers, but it ain't light work. Don't get it twisted, right? It's heaviness. We are battling reprobate mindsets. That's why it's the battle for your mind, beloved. Why it's so much programming and fuckery that's out here. And it starts from childhood. So if we are not prepared to go back to the foundation and look at this shit, to examine it, to correct and repair, to unlearn and to relearn, beloved, we ain't gonna say. Look, fire. Queen of Wands. Have the confidence to go in. Confidence, creativity, leadership, wealth, leadership, security, generosity. It's like in the cards, but you gotta have the fire and the drive to do it. You think Queen of Wands can't push these 10 wands? Yes, the fuck she can. Yes, she can. And you will be pushing against the grain. You will be going against the grain. It's not going to be easy. It's not. Again, shit, you here to work this light, to work this fire. It ain't going to be easy. They ain't supposed to make it easy. If it was easy, then anybody and everybody would do it. No, people take the easy way out, and they sit in this energy, and then they want to make excuses and talk about you because you have the fire to pursue. See, Empress. But you can manifest that abundance. You know you can do it. It's something in you that's driving you towards it. 911. Look, but it's not like it's going to be easy. It's not. 3 of Swords to the 9 of Wands to the Strength card, it's not going to be easy. It's going to hurt. Sometimes you're going to have to walk away from people. The realization and things that you know could be hurtful when you find out lies and deceit and fuckery in the programming, that could rock your foundation as well. A lot of shit could hurt. It's a lot in this Three of Swords. But you can do it with this warrior spirit. And even all the spirits that are behind you helping you, you can do it. You can get through it. Ain't gonna be easy, but it's gonna be worth it at the end of the day. You will see your strength, your courage, your ability to persevere. And at the end of the day, look, moving forward, honestly, because we was getting ready to say this with the Hierophant, the lesson is in nature, it's the strongest that survives. It's the survival of the fucking fittest. Is it not the survival of the fittest? Come on, 10 wands, 9 wands with the strength card. It's the survival of the fittest. That's nature. Natural selection says that we weed out weaker genes. If they don't adapt and they're not flexible and adaptable to the current environment so that they can continue to evolve and grow, nature will weed that shit the fuck out. So you want to be here in this future that I'm hearing Fergie. I'm gonna be on the next level. I'm gonna be, and I'm just hearing her say all these. I'ma be, right. And you have to, and she's like that. You keeping it on in your mind like on replay. Like how somebody put their headphones on and they just listening to their theme music, you know what I mean? And it's like just telling yourself, I'ma be this, I'ma be that, I'ma be, or I be this, I be that. Not I'ma be, because that's future shit, right? But I be this, I be this, I be that, I be this, I be on that next level. You know what I mean? That type of energy. And you have to tell yourself to the fullest and don't let nothing else come in and change your thought process. Before you know it, you will be on that next level. And guess what? Everybody that was stuck in their mindset gonna be looking at you like, fuck. Well, hell, if you don't want to do the work, then I don't know what to tell you, right? Because it's gonna be new level, new enemy. Toxic shit is always gonna be there. You're gonna have fears, you're gonna get nervous, like you're gonna, even have doubts and shit on this journey. But if you always come back and remind yourself that you can do it, you look at where you at versus where you've been, right? And you keep dreaming and you keep growing, you will do it. You will do it. It was a time that I could not even imagine being able to, let alone be live on a platform, serving a gift, conversating, and still hold on to the energy to deliver the message that the Spirit is giving me. It's a lot of things at play to do this and to be interactive and to engage. And we were not always so confident that we could do it, but we believed. And we saw others and we continued to stay motivated and inspired, and here we are. We never let anybody else define our success. It is what it is. We set the metrics at the start of the channel. If we had 10 views, we wanted at least 1% or something like that in likes. So we had 10 views. If we had 1 like, it was successful. If we have 100 views and we get 10 likes, it's successful. So if we get a video that got 100 views with 20 likes, we'd be like, shit, we just increased the success by 50%. We be bigging up, yes, Spirit, right? We count each and every individual, every subscriber. We are so grateful for each and every one of you. We're so grateful for the ones that leave so that they can make room. Woo! We said some shit they didn't like. We had an exodus. We lost 6 subscribers today. 6 more seats just opened up. Bring in the wheat. You know what I'm saying? We get excited. We do. We get excited. And we be so like thinking about, we don't always think about it, but we do. We do. Because everybody not going to support you. They just not. And family, look, they be the first ones in your network is where you start off with, but them are not going to be the ones to support you, beloved. So sorry to tell you. So if you feel like that and that was a verse on your bubble, I apologize. I love you. I do. But family, you cycle through. You use them to get to the people who will invest in you because it's not going to be them. You go through your auntie and to get to the people that she connected to, right? Because auntie may not support you. I'm just saying. Look, that's truth. It's truth. It's truth. Ace of Swords, truth. So don't feel a kind of way when they don't do it. Don't hold yourself up waiting for them to see it. They may not ever, beloved. See those you're connected to. You move through them, true, to get to who they are connected to. Lovers. That's what Spirit said. So Fire Guardian is here. Ignite your fire, your passion. Somebody could be a seer. We've been talking about this seer oracle combination. We are also, right? We see shedding old skin, doing shit different and growing, enjoying your growth and reaping the rewards. Yo, bro came in while you were doing a reading and you was like, oh no. Look, my family has always known I was a little bit kooky, a little bit weird. You know, I'm a little different. The black sheep, it's okay. You know, a little oddity. But when we started to read, it was a different thing. But it was so many things that was happening with us in terms of gifts and things cracking open and just coming out. Because again, we don't need cards. I'm telling y'all, like, no real seer, especially an oracle, like that is a conduit, a vessel. The Alpha and Omega uses the vessel to speak through. And look, by the spring, some shit is gonna happen for somebody. So, when we were channeling messages, like and saying shit in conversation, we had that little makeshift deck. You know, Sky Father Omega. Yeah. We're getting White Witch. Yeah, be the light. And it's something about Earth and Pentacle and Wisdom, right? So the Spirit was bringing us information and showing us things that there was absolutely no way that we could explain it. You talking about getting up in the middle of the night, taking us outside, showing us how to ground, putting our hands in the dirt and earthing. Like, so many things that we had never experienced before. You talking about could take me and walk me around a new place with my eyes closed and I don't bump into anything. They could blindfold me, spin me around, and the Spirit will walk me and sit me down in the seat and keep me safe. Like, walk me around danger. I don't have to see. And I don't need anything to read. It's not that. These are tools for us to channel the energy through, right? Everything belongs onto the Alpha and Omega. They can use whatever they want to. See, Water Guardian is coming through. Connect with your emotions. And she was out earlier today. And it's something definitely about the blue that's coming through. I'm saying speak up. I'm saying throat chakra energy, right? You are a person that's deeply emotionally connected. You could definitely be a seer, right? You could be a person that does use tools in order to bring forth the messages, but I'm getting that you may not need to. You may discover your oracle gifts. Like, you could be definitely a conduit for spirits to use to bring information through. One person asked me, who do you channel with? And I said the Alpha and Omega, and then they quit talking to me. Why? Because they feel like people cannot commune directly with the Alpha and the Omega, and you can. You are a pixel, a piece of it. Why wouldn't you be able to talk to it? Your relationship is intimate. They talk about it like in theology with the Genesis story, but it's like people feel like they have lost that ability to do so when you haven't. It's still with you. You just have to reignite it. Ignite that passion, ignite that fire. And again, there is the snake. Shed that old skin. Sometimes it's like you gotta go back to where did they put your mind in a trap? When did they tell you that you were no longer connected? That you are not a pixel, a piece of the Most High God itself, that you're some sort of separate entity, and you got to go through all this extraneous shit in order to connect to the source that made all of us, all of it. We are whole. We are complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. Everything that's here is with us for a reason. Everything has purpose, and everything is useful if you allow your mind to just consider it and think about it. We don't have to understand why it is. I don't understand, you know, all things. I don't have the capacity to. But I do know that whatever exists in creation, all of it, every possibility, it is all the Most High God, the Alpha and Omega, presenting itself in every variety. Every variety. I am it and it is me. It speaks. It speaks to me and through me. Onto you, we. And it's telling me to tell you to take the shackles off of your mind. There's a book right there that say mind training. I hear him say, get it now. I'm moving. Don't go nowhere. I'm back before you can even leave. Mind training. Train your mind. This is so powerful. So powerful. Another amazing find that I got from one of my favorite bookstores, Amazon. Because that's what it started as originally. It was a bookstore. And they still sell books. And it's one of the things that I buy most of outside of shit to cook and cards. So, right here. Okay. Positive affirmations. See? Positively affirm yourself. I be on the next level. I be on the next level. See what I'm saying? Positive affirmations. The science of self-empowerment. Take a scientific approach to your growth, to training your mind and moving yourself forward. The truth. Mindset. Intellectual. Clarity, new ideas, mental power, mind training, mental power, truth, and breakthroughs. You can do it, but only if you believe it. And sometimes you got to be a little bit radical in those beliefs. And quite a bit delusional. Just saying. Anything else? Yes. They said belief is all. Belief. If you think it, if you believe it, you will be it. So believe. Believe, believe, believe. Love it. To the next now, I love y'all so much. I do. Thank y'all for coming in, sticking around the message through. Everybody that was active in the comments, thank y'all so much. It's time to roll. She is both beautiful readers, talented. Please check them out, beloved. I appreciate y'all for popping in, for growing a community, for deepening the conversation. Look, we had some peeps in here. Fred, thank you, beloved. I appreciate you coming in. Amar, I don't know if you're still here, but thank you so much for deepening the conversation. LC, what up, beloved? Thank you so much. Dennis, it wasn't an open session for questions, but if you subscribe and you be active, then we're more than happy to do that on Saturdays. Miss Lisa, thank you so much. I appreciate you. A long-time supporter of the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tammy, same thing I gave Dennis, but I appreciate you though. Thank you so much. And again, Amar, great information. I appreciate you bringing that in. I'm going to look up that doctor. You said that they were a freedom fighter, so that's very interesting. I'm all about history. So thank y'all again for tapping in. Just something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Chew on it. See what your spirit tells you, beloved. It's just learning. Shit, if you don't agree with you and it don't settle in your spirit, if these words do not show themselves to be approved, then kick that shit out. Don't do shit with it. It don't resonate, don't do shit with it. But if it hit your spirit in some sort of way and you interested to go further, look into it. The only thing it's going to do is help you grow. And I think that's the fucking purpose. To the next now, I love you just like I love the AO, because the word is still living. Yep. As you breathe, the word lives. And it manifests. It's still doing it. I beloved.